Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. The Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It was July 14th, 1883. We'll continue. As the Master listened, he became filled with divine fervor and joined the musicians. Musicians were singing. Now and then he improvised an appropriate line. The singing will be going on. One after the other, lines come in the song. Sometimes Sri Ramakrishna had that rare gift of spontaneously adjusting some words, some changes in the song, which appropriately. Now some singing is going on some divine love, suppose, the ecstatic love of God. And the attitude of the author, the saintly author, it must be for Sri Ramakrishna to sing or listen, like Ram Prasad, Kamalakant, great poet, singer, poet saints of India. And then they will have a particular attitude, and when it is improvised, a new awareness comes into, entirely different, but so matching, it enhances their awareness. Suppose now some devotees, Gopasa and Krishna is going with the cows, suppose. Now the poet may be comparing it for the clouds and the sunshine, small drizzling and all. How it will be a beautiful combination. Smooth, mild breeze, thin rain falling. How it would match, and just it is evening, they are all with cows, the Gopas and Krishna are returning back. Now the whole comparison is so matching, and as if nature is participating in their return. And suppose Sri Ramakrishna adds a what do you call? The colorful bow in the sky, rainbow. Suppose rainbow shade appears. Now mild drizzle appears. The poet says, breeze and mild, the whole day they will be in the hot sun with the cows, they will be moving. Now fine breeze with rain droplets, how pleasing it will be for both for cows and the. Now suppose Ramakrishna adds the rainbow. What a change entirely. Something beyond normal understanding. So something like that is improvising. Here when Sri Ramakrishna adds something, unusual thing, but more divine manifestation is seen. Here when I say rainbow, maximum amount of nature's participation is seen. Now when Sri Ramakrishna improvises, more of divine is seen. So he was Now and then he improvised an appropriate line. Suddenly he went into samadhi and stood still. The line with which the song was moving on, the first line alone is given. I have surrendered my soul at the fearless feet of Mother. Am I afraid of death anymore? About it we have taught in the last two classes. The singer again sang, who is the woman yonder who lights the field of battle? Darker her body gleams even in the darkest storm cloud, and from her teeth there flash the lightning's blinding flames. Dishevelled her hair is flying behind as she rushes about, undaunted in this war between the gods and the demons. Laughing her terrible laugh, she slays the fleeing asuras, and with her dazzling flashes she bears the horror of war. How beautiful on her brow the drops of moisture appear. About her dense black hair the bees are buzzing in swarms. The moon has veiled its face, beholding this sea of beauty. Tell me, who can she be? The sorceress, wonder of wonders. Shiva himself, like a corpse, lies vanquished at her feet. Kamalakanta has guessed who she is with the elephant's gait. She is none other than Kali, the mother of all worlds. Sri Ramakrishna was in deep samadhi. Now the Kali concept is a beautiful presentation of the absolute and the relative together. Whole world, if we see, we are in the relative existence, the universe. The whole universe is like a small speck in the infinite eternal existence, the Brahman. Millions and millions of universes appear and disappear constantly in that infinite Ananta Koti Brahmanda, in that vast, limitless existence, the Satchidananda Sagara. It is consciousness, Chaitanya, and which makes all things conscious by its presence. It is consciousness. It is Ananda Sagara, where there is no duality, and duality creates fear, restlessness, anxiety, and all arts, including suffering. There is no duality. There is only ocean of bliss, Ananda Sagara. The absence of, when we are, you see, however tense we are, however painful is our life, even in bodily ailments may be there. The moment we sleep, much of it is forgotten. When we transcend the dream state also, we are in deep sleep, no duality. We don't see any duality, we don't see time or space even. In deep sleep, we don't have time or space. When there is no duality, there is only Ananda Sagara. There is great peace, great joy, and full of consciousness. This experience that we are experiencing every day when we enter deep sleep is covered by a veil of ignorance, by which we do not understand or experience what we have experienced by the time we come out to the waking state. So always that gap stands. Where do I go every day when I sleep? What do I experience really? Who am I in this body? Remains unanswered. till that veil of ignorance dissolves. If the veil of ignorance dissolves, when I enter into deep sleep, I know what am I experiencing. I am experiencing the universal consciousness. I am one with God. But there is no mind to record it. There is no mind to know it. One wave of ignorance is there, only one wave of ignorance, one vritti of ignorance. And it says, shows the absence of all things. This is ajnana vritti. In samadhi, I enter into the same state as if I am in deep sleep. There is no gross world, there is no subtle world, there is no causal world also in samadhi and the second stage of deep sleep. There, what I experience is known to me in samadhi. Samadhi and deep sleep, the difference is there. It is covering with ignorance and pervaded by ignorance. Here, it is pervaded by knowledge, jnana, jnana vritti and your ajnana vritti. It's a vritti in my consciousness. I am conscious, independent of mind, intellect. These are all external covers. Body, mind, senses, intellect, all these are external covers in which I dwell, which has nothing to do with me. They are just like house and I am living in a house. I call it mine because I am dwelling in it and nobody has an authority to enter into it. So I call this body as mine. I myself, to the extent, this mineness is to the extent of I am body in the waking state. So this is the basic ignorance with which I identify with all the three bodies up to the physical body, the subtle and causal, together. So here we see this absolute existence and the whole relative existence is constantly changing flux. Everything is changing, every moment everything is changing. You can see at atomic level how the electronic configuration, if you see, how fast the electrons are revolving around the proton. It's continuously non-stop and the proton is constantly vibrating within itself. So everything is in motion. Every point is in motion. Every point is changing. The whole universe is expanding to the optimum. Again it starts collapsing back to merge in the absolute again. Again it comes up. Again it dissolves and goes to become negative matter. Negative time. What is negative time? Negative matter. All these are inconceivable. The absence of form itself, nirguna nirakara itself is which cannot be conceived by mind. We have to cross beyond, go beyond mind by crossing over the mind to know higher realities, to enter into the higher levels of consciousness, from where more real reality, more bliss, more freedom is experienced. As we go lower, this waking state, still lower, dream state, still lower, the deep sleep, second step of the deep sleep, again I am myself with God. Again I shrink back, again project up to the body, and again go back. If I go a little ahead, I started going to higher and higher levels of consciousness, emerge from the universe from the other side. I can enter within and emerge from behind. I can expand from within, I can expand from external. This is Antar Yoga when we convert it into nature is taking me to sleep like this. If I turn and consciously go, it is meditation. I am going to know who am I. It's Atma Jnana, self-knowledge I am going to get. If I enter in the same path, the nature is taking me at night, every day when I sleep, If I go consciously, it becomes meditation. I get the knowledge of the self. When I go, nature takes me to sleep, I am released from all awarenesses of the world and all the awarenesses present in the mind, all experiences. I am living one by one, refreshing myself, charging myself with Chaitanya to come back and again participate in the world level for all things, mind and senses, to make it work. I am charging myself with the cleaning, getting totally cleansed once every day to face the world again of duality. So if I can turn inward, then again after the going to the point, bindu, I again expand into the infinite. Again I can go know myself Atman as infinite, eternal, bliss, absolute. Again, if I go outward, I come to the waking state, but I don't go beyond, because I don't know how to go beyond this nature. The struggle to go beyond. The Vedic way is to merge the whole thing, draw, consider the every bit of this waking world, Bhuloka, what we call, as the whole physical, material world that we can conceive through mind, perceive through senses, and not only perceive, limited. Perception is very little. Mind can conceive a little deeper. Intellect, the deepest. Beyond it cannot conceive. So here, whatever I can consider, whatever I can think of, it's a material world. I consolidate the whole thing into this is matter. This is gross physical matter. This is world. This is my objective world. The world of five senses. I go on concentrating. I go on condensing the whole into pure matter. Then this matter is merged in its cause. The Prithvi Tattva merges in the Jala Tattva. As I enter higher levels of consciousness, the lower level of consciousness merges in the Absolute, as if it is folding back into itself. As I am climbing the whole universe, how the universe came into existence, Akasha, Akashad Vayu, Vayu Agni, Agni Rapa, Adve Prithvi. I am going back in the same way, merging the whole, withdrawing all things into material world. Then Prithvi Tattva is being merged in the Jala Tattva, Jala Tattva in the Agni Tattva, Agni Tattva in the Vayu Tattva, Vayu Tattva in the Akasha Tattva, and I exit from the Akasha Tattva, enter into the realm of spirit. In spirit there is still a presence of duality. There is Divine Mother. When we take the chakras into consideration, the Mooladhara is merged in the Swadhisthana, Swadhisthana in the Manipura, Manipura in the Anahata, Anahata in the Vishuddha, Vishuddha in the Agnya, Agnya in the Sahasrara, and there is entrance into the infinite eternal. Each layer, each plane of existence merged into the other, we see the consciousness expanding. More freedom, more joy, more bliss. Matter is reducing, spirit is increasing. When we enter into Akasha Tattva, is the vastest existence, unimaginable dimension. Only Akasha. All other material things have merged in it. Next is where Akasha Tattva dissolves into the absolute existence. Satchidananda Sagara, the source of all that exists. We are going back to the source. So in whatever, that absolute existence from which the universe appears, millions of universes appear. So that is absolute existence represented by the Shiva standing below. The whole universe is a constantly changing. Why do we consider here Divine Mother as a terrible, destructive force? Is with this Srishti, the destruction has begun. With the birth, the child's death has begun. Countdown has begun. Its life, suppose, even 100 years. One moment is gone, it is moving towards the death. It is a constant death, like a lighted candle. It is every moment it is dying. It is alive. Candle is live, it is burning. But what do we see actually? What is in reality? Candle is burning down. It is dying away. Every candle doesn't live. We don't live 100 years. We die through 100 years. Everything which has come into existence is moving towards its end. This movement towards destruction looks like a terrible, I'm dying every moment. We see I'm living, but I'm moving towards death. When the candle is last, it's taking its last breath. Till then it's alive. Suddenly light goes away. There is darkness. If we see in actuality, it was all through dying. This change from one state, I am waking up from sleep, suppose. Sleep is dying and I am coming. Day you see. Every moment, the previous moment is dying, a new moment is taking birth. From first standard, I am entering second standard. I am leaving the first standard and going to the second standard. I am climbing, be it towards death, but I am leaving one by one, step by step. Ladder, rungs are there. Lowest rung I am leaving and climbing. I am leaving one and a new is being born, the one is dying away. The previous moment is dead, new moment is taking birth. My Balya is dying and Tarunya is coming. Dawn of Tarunya is death of Balya. Dawn of youth is death of Tarunya. The youth also fades away as old age comes. As youth dies, old age dawns. Old age also has death and the soul escapes. So it's a constant birth and death cycle, non-stop. We are moving from one life to another, from one body to another. It's continuously going on. What do you see? Only death. We don't observe the dawn that is coming because it's also passing away. Every moment is coming, but it is passing away. This passing away is Thakur's life, you see. Early in his life, he goes to the Kali temple. And when the actual acme, the paramount of his longing for God, at that moment you must see how he has to piteously weep at the setting sun. Oh mother, one more day has gone and you have not revealed yourself. The passing, we don't observe the passing moments. We hope for the arriving moment. As it is approaching, it is slipping away from our hands. So when we come to the awareness, this is the whole picture of the universe. This is what Arjuna sees. When the Krishna reveals him the Vishwarupa, look at my Vishwarupa, he says everything is entering into his face. What all existing Because Kala is eating away, time is eating away. Kalo Jagad Bhakshakaha. Time is eating away. Time is eating us. Every moment it is eating us. So one day we will disappear, our bodily existence totally disappears. So hopes alone is there without the end. The hope comes, next moment is coming, evening is coming, I am going to have ice cream, evening is going to come, I am expecting it, slipping away, the time has gone away. Night is coming, night is gone away, day is coming, day is gone away. But we are caught in the limitations of time and space. How to transcend beyond this is to surrender to the power which has created the whole delusion, whole appearance, whole thing that is existing as it is. Can I go beyond these limitations of nature and know the eternal, unchanging reality? I want everything what I am experiencing now, the joys of life, and free from all sufferings and bondage. Can I go? Yes. It is possible. How? You have to transcend the nature. For that, you must end all the hopes and prospects of this world. No more of this world. Enough of it. I have tasted and seen everything. Everything is a passing show. I want unchanging eternal. I too want it to enjoy. I want all the enjoyments of the world, but which never changes, which never ends, which never slips away from my hand, which never goes away from me. Shashvata Sukha I want, not momentary joy, pleasures of body or senses, and parampara behind its retina of the whole thing, followed by dukkha parampara, bandhana parampara. Every moment the pleasure gives me so much of pain and bondage, never to get up. One side it is enticing and dragging, other side it is evading and running away. This is the world. So the description of Divine Mother here we see a unique thing in which we are there and experiencing it every moment, but still the ignorance doesn't go away. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.